In today's video, I'm gonna tell you who a data product manager is, how is he different from a generalist product manager, and how to excel at this role. Let's begin. Hi, I'm Dr. Bart and I'll be your product management teacher. Today, in a series of specialized PM videos, I'm gonna tell you about data product manager. Let's start with the definition. Data product manager is a PM who makes sure that all data is available, well organized and maintained. He leads data research projects, basically data analysts, scientists, manager. So again, this is another example of an API technical backend product manager with a single focus, which is, well, data. This is another position that is a merge between a product project manager and a tech lead. And just like API product manager is an expert in API, data product manager is an expert on everything data related in the product. That means that he or she understands the data structure and the analytical software used for the product in question. This product manager doesn't prioritize problems to solve in his or her backlog. No, instead, she or he will prioritize the questions to answer, the research projects that will come up, the doubts, and finding the possible areas in the product that need attention. This product manager will also look at bugs or inconsistencies in how data is reported and making sure that the answers given are factual, that it's not an estimation or an approximation or even worse, a poor approximation, and instead the numbers that are presented to stakeholders and other PMs are as adequate as possible. Another thing that the data PM needs to do is required, non-required, and compliance related. He or she will need to decide what data can be collected without upsetting any laws and providing the data required by the lawgivers, by authorities when requested. Nowadays, privacy is very important, and it often will be the case where the data product manager will be responsible for maintaining the privacy aspects, that only the data that the product needs is actually collected and used in a way that's being promised to the users in terms of agreement. On top of that, data PM will help other teams, other PMs to plan out tracking and data collection for upcoming features, so it's in line with the whole product, and also help to address any other ad hoc data needs for the whole company, whether it's answering a single question or helping with research that might come about. Now, how to excel at this role? Start with maintaining a transparent backlog of tasks to fulfill, so that if someone needs data ASAP, he or she will see what other projects are on the table for you as the data product manager, and it will be easier to put their requests in terms of priority from the requests of other stakeholders. At the same time, have initiative. Make sure that you are not only reactive and doing the research projects requested, but you also actively look for things that may help other PMs find the best tasks they can do for the more client-facing aspects of the product. At the same time, make sure that data is simply available and you are available. For one thing, you can do that by making sure that analytical software is easy to use, well explained, well documented, so that other PMs and stakeholders can potentially get the answers on their own, or just keep open hours meetings, maybe once, twice a week, where you just have a meeting that anyone can join, ask questions, and you or your team members will help to answer those specific questions. Speaking of meetings, make sure to make your conclusions public, whether it's by a demo meeting every second week or perhaps a newsletter. Make sure that your work is not forgotten or hard to spot. Data revelations can be very important in places that you won't expect, and making sure that your success, your findings are public and well understood should be one of your priorities. At the same time, act as the data police. Don't allow any team to put in any rogue tracking, any rogue specifications of data that you won't be approving, so that on one hand the schema won't be affected, that you will not introduce growing mess, and at the same time you will maintain the aspects of privacy and keeping the control over what's required and non-required. And finally, an advice that I dedicated in last video to backend product managers: make sure that, for one thing, you inspect the software you're using for possible updates, improvements, perhaps replacements, to make sure that you can better execute your duties, and look for ways to keep the same level of service, same level of insights at a lower cost, which can mean different actions from different configs, different software, perhaps not checking for all the data that you don't need. You will be the expert, you need to decide. And since you decided to stick on with the video, let me tell you that Data PM is just a specialist, and being a great data manager comes on top of being a great product manager proper. And to become a great product manager, make sure to check out my courses on Udemy and Skillshare. Links are now on the screen, and I'll see you next week in the next video. Bye-bye.